segment of Inside Indiana Softball. I'm Chukerman, and as always, joined by head coach Michelle Gardner. How's it going, Coach?
It's going.
Perfect. And so we're going to talk about a little bit of a disappointing weekend out in Georgia, and then we're going to fast forward down when you guys had to Gainesville in Florida, of course. And after last week, we kind of talked about that you had kind of seen some improvements coming with this team, and then losing 5 straight, did you still see some of the things that you liked, or was it kind of a step back from what you were expecting?
Well, obviously, I wasn't expecting 0-5. That being said, I still think we had some good things happen and saw some things that I really liked. And, you know, when the push comes to shove, the bottom line is it's awful tough when we travel and then we come back and play, we're inside and then we try. But, you know, we're not making any excuses. It's just we have to find a way to win some ball games and I think just gel a little bit more. I thought the pitching was better this weekend, which was an improvement over last weekend. So, like I said, I've seen some good things. We just got to keep moving forward. We can't look back because there's nothing we can do about that. And
you can say right now that this may be a stupid question or something along those lines, but would you rather a team slump a little bit to start the season rather than have it happen during the middle of the season, or is there, you just look at it and say, whenever it comes, it's really not a good thing?
Well, I don't. Obviously, I think every team goes through slumps and humps and bumps and bruises and, you know, all the things that go along with that. Personally, I would actually rather it be now rather than later. But we have to learn from it and start seeing some success. I mean, I think that's the bottom line for this group is I really think they're very talented, and it's just a matter of us being able to put all facets of the game together on the field. Good pitching, good hitting, good defense. And it seems like we get one, we don't have the other, or we, you know, and so at this point where we're at, obviously our road doesn't get any easier. And, you know, for me it's a matter of let's learn from every game that we play, every inning, and continue to push forward.
And on the offensive side, Jenna Abraham is starting to come along, hitting over 300 now. She had a solid weekend. What did you like from her this weekend? Well,
she was confident. She went to the plate looking to hit the ball, I think, which was something that we didn't do early in the weekend. We need to make adjustments earlier. We need to, I think, be a little more aggressive and maybe not be looking for the perfect pitch, but looking for the pitch that we can drive. And to me, that's what Jenna did. Jenna went into her at-bats with a clear head and, you know, really just, she looked good all the way around. So I think, you know, anytime you see that, hitting is contagious. So I'm just, to me, if 2 or 3 of them can get where they're having good at-bats, may not have the results they want, but they're really just putting up good at-bats, we're going to start seeing more success.
And do you also like to see that it was Jenna this weekend who had a pretty solid weekend batting, it was Cassie last weekend who had the good, so you do kind of start to see that there is some success starting to build with some of the hitters on the team.
Absolutely, absolutely. I thought, you know, Bree Saucedo's been a little timid, just coming back from an ACL. She was out, you know, almost, well, all of last season. And so I think her just getting some confidence and feeling comfortable on that knee again, which is, I thought when we got to the last 2 games of the weekend, she was much better in that area. And she's our lead up, she's our table setter. And so, you know, to start seeing strides in her and Shelby, and I mean, to me, they've all got some things that, you know, really need to come together for us to be successful as a team. And some of it is just the confidence that, you know, we're going to get it done.
And you talked about Bree. She missed really basically the whole end of last year after only playing 6 games to start the season. Do you think she's going to be starting to kind of come into her own, and she's still kind of getting game legs back under her, playing against opposition instead of just scrimmaging and working out with the team?
Well, and she couldn't in the fall. You know, we have some fall games and stuff. She couldn't even compete in the fall. I mean, she was practicing, but she wasn't cleared. So really, this is the first time she has been in game situations. So obviously, she's a gamer and absolutely a player. So I think it's for her, it's just kind of getting those legs back under, which I do believe is happening, and now just pushing forward.
And now let's turn our attention to this weekend, and you guys are, again, still going to be playing high-quality competition each and every day. Starts with Coastal Carolina, and then you play an undefeated Florida team. What have you seen from those teams, and just what is it like going against every weekend quality competition?
Well, I think I schedule that way intentionally. We want to face the best competition because I truly believe that to win in this conference, you need to face the best competition you can face in your preseason. And, you know, so for me, it's learning and building each week, knowing that you may put a great game out there and still get beat, but we're building and pushing. And the teams that we're playing this weekend are all very good. And yeah, Florida's 11-0, and you know, hopefully we can change that maybe. But we've got to be able to just go out and take care of Indiana.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And you talked about how that you guys could put together a great game but still not come away with the victory. Does your team understand that they still play well, maybe even in a loss, or is that something you have to talk to them about and let them know that I thought you guys played a great game, but just the victory didn't come from it?
Well, and I think that's kind of where we're at right now, is really needing to look at the positives of everything that's happening, because it's real easy to look at our record and go, oh my gosh. But the truth of the matter is this team is very good. And when it all comes together, we are going to be very successful. But you don't just jump into that. It's kind of got to build and go, and that's where we're at. We're building and going, and I really love this group. They are battling. We just got to get over the hump.
And from a fielding, pitching, batting standpoint, is there something you want to particularly see from one of those aspects this weekend?
Well, I want to play clean defense. I mean, obviously, if you can play clean defense, you're going to be in ball games. We have to keep the ball in the park. I mean, we cannot give up big hits at unopportune times.
Yeah.
We really need to, so our circle needs to be a little bit better. And then at the plate, we just need to stay confident and drive the ball, because really that's what we've worked on, and make some adjustments to pitchers, because for us, sometimes it takes a couple, too many innings to get adjusted, and by then it's almost too late. I think making adjustments early and learning from the person in front of you, like what did she throw you, and what can I expect to see, so that each at bat we get a little bit better each at bat earlier.
And you talked about the clean defense being something that you want to see, and when I guess you guys can say you are an underdog, maybe going up against a Florida team, something along those lines, you cannot give a team like Florida any extra outs because of how talented they are.
Absolutely, absolutely. They've been a strong program for many years, and obviously Coach Walton does a great job with those kids, and I think for us it's really just taking care of what we can take care of and control the controllables. And I think to me that's the one point I've kind of tried to push home this week, is we can only control us. Like, you can only control you. You can't control the person next to you. So I think for me, it's controlling the controllables, taking advantage of situations when we're in them. Like when we have runners in scoring position, we've got to find a way to score some runs, and let the little things take, little things will take care of themselves if we can just stay patient and work through, stay in the process, and not try to jump forward to the outcome. Stay in the process of what's going on.
And your team, you talked about, they are battling. You love this group right now. Do you think they are still getting that same mindset that they can go out and win every game, even in the midst of this start?
I think they're learning that. I think that's right now it's kind of something that we're pushing for and learning. And once they learn it, we will be very successful. And to me, it really right now is, let's focus on the positives. Because if we're going to sit and focus on the negatives, we are going to drown. And that's not going to happen. I don't believe this group will allow that to happen. And my staff and I have this week, we really sat down and talked about some things that we need to work on as a group, and individually, and what do you need, and what do you, just to try to help everyone move forward in this process, because we are a unit. It's not me, it's not them, it's not one of them, it's everyone. It's everyone from the top to the bottom. And so I really am hoping that's the message that has been pushed this week. We.
Coach, thank you very much for another installment of Inside Indiana Softball. Good luck this weekend down in Gainesville.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you very much for watching this week. Stay tuned for another episode next Wednesday.